Hey guys, it's Roger with Tree Life Tree Service, and my reviews. I don't know if you guys have ever picked up one of these mint magazines or got them to your house, or like a local magazine. And there's like money pages. There used to be tons of these. Now these are like the two major ones. If you look through these, you can find. When I first started, I tried a couple of them, and it was anywhere from, like, you can get a small ad, something like this, for like 150, 200 a month, sometimes 300 a month. And then you can get a bigger one for 400 a month, 300 or 400 a month. And then you can get a bigger ad for like 500 a month, or 600 a month. And then you get a full page ad like this for like around, sometimes it's 1,000. Sometimes you get a discount if you buy, like, the longer the term, the bigger the area, the more space you rent. Sometimes the cheaper it gets per magazine. But believe it or not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 ads in one magazine, all for tree work. And they range anywhere from 5, 10%, 20% off, 50 to 75 to $200 off. So, and then also too, some of these magazines, they end up, you have to advertise in a pretty good size area. They can't, a lot of them can't just do your 5 or 10 mile radius. They want to do the entire side of Jacksonville, which is like sometimes 30, 40, 50 miles. If you're a smaller company like ours, you don't really want to be all over town. Also too, if you're looking for clients, do you really want the person looking through a coupon magazine and calling all the coupons up and seeing who gives you the cheapest price? So these people are looking for the cheapest price. They're a lot of times not looking for quality work. They just want it to be done the cheapest possible, and they don't care where you're coming from. They don't care if you have to travel 40 or 50 miles, as long as you give them the cheapest possible price. So when you're starting off, that might be okay, but for someone like me, you're also going to be wasting your time, because people like this are going to call 5, 10, 15 estimates. So you only have a 1 in 15 chance of getting this, and a lot of times the only variable is price. So I always tell people, we have a minimum. Like most of our tree work, it's a $500 minimum, and we only do like a 10 or 15 mile radius. And if it's any more than that, I charge $20 per estimate, plus fuel. So to eliminate a lot of the running around and a lot of people that are kicking tires, I don't do all the estimates. You can pretty much pre-qualify the people over the phone. You can tell if someone doesn't want to pay $20 for an estimate, and then you tell them, say, listen, we're not the cheapest, but if you do use us, we'll take that $20 off, the bill. So if they don't want to do that, they're not our customers. So there's a pretty good way. Another thing too, I notice if people call up and the first thing they say is, do you give free estimates? And they really specify, make sure it's free, because they're going to get 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 estimates. So those are just not our clients, and you're going to spend a lot of time running around wasting fuel, wasting time. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I know it's hard when you start out. You have to do a lot more estimates, a lot more running around to get work. But once you get to a point, also too, you need to limit your access and your drive time, because if your trucks like mine get like 5 to 6 miles a gallon, and then even worse when they're loaded down with tools, you gotta, and then if you're running a half an hour to an hour one way to get to the job, and then a half an hour back, you're wasting time. When you're looking out a windshield, you're spending money. So it's just like lawn care or anything other type of service, especially with tree work. You can't be traveling an hour or hour plus one way to get to your job. If you do, you're wasting time and money. So try to get the most of your work within a 10-mile radius. And then if you do good work and you do most of your advertising like through Facebook or another type of media where you can condense your advertising area, your target market area, to like 10 or 15 miles, you're going to be a lot better off. Just find out where the hot spots are and where you want to work at, and concentrate your advertising dollars in that area. If you do a wide blanket, advertising, you're going to be running all over the place, and you're going to get a smaller percentage of jobs. So anyway, that's just something that I thought I would share with you guys. So be careful when you're spending your money on these magazines. I used to do a lot of advertising when I first started. I don't do much anymore. The most important thing is, if you're starting out, get business cards, go to network meetings, join like 1 or 2 or 3 networks, and try to go to the meetings at least once a week. Sometimes they only meet once every 2 weeks, sometimes once a month. Maybe if you have a local chapter or chamber of commerce, that's good. Use yard signs. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get them for like $5. Get the cheapest ones if you can. Just have your tree work and your phone number, and try to put those on every single job. And of course, pass out your cards. I try to put 3 or 4 or 5 cards in my wallet, and I try to pass them out every day at the gas station, grocery store, wherever I stop. I try to give someone a card. And now they have this new thing where you can, it's like a little bracelet, or it's a card, or your phone. You can just tap it to someone's phone, and their contact information automatically goes there. Because we go to a lot of business meetings, and people constantly handing out cards. You end up with stacks and stacks of cards. If you don't have anywhere to put them, a lot of times, even me, you end up having to throw some of them away because they just accumulate. But if you have like electronic way to transfer your information, then it also shares all your information. So if someone doesn't have time to jot down your number, or you just have time to text it, if you text that whole block of information, they have everything rather than just one little bit of information. That way, if something's not marked down right or written down right, they can cross-reference and go to, like your YouTube page. They can go to if your phone number's not right, they can go to Instagram. They can cross-reference, and somewhere they're going to be able to find you, or they can call another number. At least leave 2 or 3 different numbers. That way, like I leave a cell phone number, a second cell phone number, answering service number, and my website, and also our email. So if one thing doesn't work, give it an option to have something else. And also too, get an easy number like 584 tree. That's a real easy number to remember, and you can go to like Amazon or sometimes Walmart or a Target, and you can buy a Magic Jack, and it's only like $50 or less to set up. And you can pretty much pay, like, I think it's like $20 a year, and you can buy 5 years for $100. You can have the same exact phone number, hopefully with tree in it, or whatever your preference is. Try to find something that is real easy to remember. So anyway, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.